Hello, hello, hello everyone! Welcome back to Banished. So, you may recall that last time we made a pretty good start on a nice little settlement here in Banished. We got this area up and running, built ourselves some houses, got ourselves a little chap with an axe who sits and chops wood for us. We've got a blacksmith here who makes the axe for the chap that chops the wood. We've got some fishing, foresters, we've got gatherers, we've got all kinds really. It's basically utopia. And then down here we've got a herbalist, we've got a gatherer's hut, but we thought we'd come back today, put a little bit of focus into getting ourselves some clothing being made. You know, it's cold out there, nobody wants to be running around in the depths of winter, in the rain, without a jacket. So, here we are, let's pursue this goal and continue on, shall we? Okay. Down here, this storage barn is beginning to fill up rather nicely, and what's interesting is the fact that there's venison in this storage barn. It clearly means that this hunter here is taking some stuff down there, but in my brain this one's much closer, so I'm not really sure why that's occurring, but you know, who am I to question the logic of a hunter? I am no one. We've just had a few children born, which is rather lovely indeed, and at this point in the game, this was our newest house, which just has the one occupant, and I don't think there is anybody else that is quite ready to move out with them. We've got a couple more 9-year-olds, but nobody else quite ready to move out, so we're okay for housing at this point, which means we are probably going to need to focus on something else for the moment. Ooh, Lemmet. Lemmet has just grown up. So 5 labourers. I think that means it's time to unveil ourselves a new project. So we're going to get this Forester's Lodge down here built so it can start filling the area nicely with trees, because who doesn't want that? And once that's done, we can have a little look over here at this area, and I think it's about time that we got rid of some of this. It's all lovely, and I'm sure it's all really useful stuff, but I think it would be more useful in a stockpile belonging to us than it would in the ground. Can't really make an axe when your iron is still in the ground, can you? So let's get that all dug up and let's get that all brought in. Got a little stockpile here with basically nothing in it, so they can fill that one up nicely. I'm sure the chap that lives in this house, who is working as a labourer, will be happy to know there's a rock right next to his house that can be done, and we will happily thank him as part of his daily task, instead of making him hike all the way down to the south where we've got the other bit of construction going on, right? Okay, so this is waiting on some logs. We've only got 6 of the 32, and we've only got 3 up there in our stockpile, so yeah, we really do need to focus on getting some more logs in. So I probably could do with, you know, just finding a nice area of logs like this and chopping the lot down. That seems fairly accurate, and I think, given the situation, it's probably best to increase the priority of those logs, as probably need those a little bit more than we need the stone right now. Although, to be honest, we're a little bit low on all the resources, so yeah, just bringing anything in is probably a good shout. But right, get our labourers onto those tasks. One of the worries, of course, being that this poor chap here isn't chopping any firewood for us if we have no logs. Although I'm kind of intrigued as to how the woodcutter managed to produce stone last season. I don't think that's something I'm going to question. We'll leave them to it. I'm sure they know what they're doing. Oh yeah, thinking about it, yeah, the blacksmith's an extra drain on logs, isn't it? Like, they're not going to be able to build tools if they do not have logs to attach the tools to. So yeah, all these extra drains, and we haven't really got a particularly good, reliable economy on logs. Like, this Forester's Lodge, it is good. Brings us in, like, what, 60 a season? Pretty accurate, pretty consistent. But it's just not enough for sustainability. So yeah, hopefully once we've got this one underway and I've thrown a couple more people into the forester's job, hopefully that'll help us even out, but maybe we need even more than that. So something to consider, isn't it? Okie dokie. One thing I do think, we've only got 5 of the potentially 8 gatherers at the moment, so I think we'll throw one of our labourers into there. That seems like a good idea. Of course, I'm going to throw 2 of them into the forester job as soon as the forester's hut has been built, so that'll be another 2 of them done. Oh, another adult has been born. Have you got yourself a buddy yet? No. No, you haven't. I forgot to go look up these gender signs, you know, so still a bit rubbish with them, as every time I look them up I basically just forget. I had this whole like theory in my head about how one of them makes more sense, but then it just sort of doesn't really work. I think that this one is the one that like sticks out, so that one might be male, and this one's more straight, so it might be female. I could also be talking absolute garbage, you know. No, I think I'm right. I think I'm right. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that the sticky out one, i.e. this one, is the male. So, either way, in this house we have you, just you, Zandel. So, you need Lindell. Lindell's only 9. Lindell will be ready soon. But we've also got Feral, we've got Nest, we've got a few other people who would be ready to move out should they have the appropriate buddy. There's Thel. So yeah, maybe it's time that we put in another house, if only to prepare for some of these people that are coming through. And where better to put a house than right on the edge of the marketplace? I think that's a lovely place. So, yes, we've not left enough space for a road there. I'm not really sure why. Why can't we have a road there? What's wrong with that square? Why does that square say no? Is it because of the rock on it? I'm not really sure, but if that square's not going to allow me to have a road there, not ideal really, not ideal. Okay, well, something to be aware of. Anywho, how's the forester doing down here? That is the big question. It's almost done, it's almost done. 88%, 91%, 95%. Boom, right. Couple more of you labourers are going to go work in here. Marvellous. In fact, let's throw another one in as well. We do still currently have 5 labourers, see? And 2 builders. We are doing alright for the time being. We probably could spare 1 more. Okay, 1 more. That's it, that's it, that's it. And now, we're going to leave it at that. We're going to get this here house built up here. And then, yes, we wanted to actually look at getting some clothing built. So, a tailor used to make warm clothes to ward off the effects of winter. You know what? Where shall we put you? I don't suppose. Yeah, could you fit in there? That'd be a rather nice spot for you. Done. We've put one in. Okay. We're underway. We've got through the first set of winter, so everyone's survived. No one, I believe, has died yet, so that's got to be good. Let's get this tailor built, and then when it comes around for next winter time, we're going to be super prepared with like all these big, thick, warm fur coats, and it's going to be magnificent, I tell you. Supplies in terms of stone and iron are looking good. Logs still a bit low, but we have cleared out this whole area, which I did allocate for them to clear out, so that is good. Probably means we should liberate a few more trees, because if there's one thing I know about this game, it's that we just never seem to have enough trees. Steal them all! Even with Forester's Lodges. Oh, this one did 80 last season. That's pretty good. Do you reckon that's because I added an extra forester in for them? But yeah, even with Forester's Lodges, we never seem to have enough logs. Logs for days, I tell you. Logs for days. Right. Let's keep an eye up here. Nothing's really happened with this yet, but I'm sure it will soon. But I spy this wooden house and it's getting underway. Lovely. So Lyndall moved in there and a child named Halissa was born. Halissa? Halissa? Either way, rather lovely. Okay, we've still got some 12-year-olds that are knocking around. We don't seem to have a very good distribution of genders, which is probably why they've not moved out, isn't it? This house, however, has pinged, and Lemmet, the 13-year-old forester, has moved in. Now that seems a bit odd to me, because you live really far from your job. Surely, if this is where you're going to live, you should get a different job, because it would make sense for this forester to live in one of these houses, and this forester to at least live in one of these, surely. Ah, look at that, yes. You're now a labourer. Much more sense. Oh, a child named Milliard is born. Marvellous. I think our population is gradually on the increase. Sadly, I haven't yet built the town hall, which is the wonderful source of all statistics and all things glorious, like how your population's doing, things like that. It genuinely is marvellous. I really do like it. Which one of these bits and pieces does it live in? That is the question, isn't it? Right. Ooh, trading post. That'd be handy. And that's storage. Is it a town service? Town hall. Yes, it is. But yeah, see, that's the problem. Look at that. 124 stone and 62 logs. It just seems like it's a little way out of our grasp yet. It would be so nice, though. So nice. Ooh, another labourer, as Arlandon has become an adult, and a child named Sashawana was born. Arlandon. Oh, there's Sashawana. Lovely, lovely. Arlandon, where do you live? Where do you live? Oh, you're in here. You're another of the 900 males that need to move out, aren't you? Oh, and Tammy Kayla, that's quite fun, has become an adult and is working as a labourer and has moved out. Lovely. Okay, so we're beginning to get some couples moving into these houses. Probably means that we could do with just one more ready for the next pair to move into. And because it's going to look cute, I'm going to put one more there, and then I can build a road down the side. And, yeah, just think that would be quite nice. What would be really quite good, wouldn't it, if I built the road and was able to link it all the way around, which I actually can now. Don't know what was stopping me before. But have double houses and then could link it all the way around. Yeah, might do that. Might just do that yet. But I'll save to put the extra bit of road in until I've actually planned it out, because I'm not entirely sure how big these houses are. Anywho, that's a future me problem. We're supposed to be focusing on tailoring. 7 jobs for our builders, of which we have 2, but a child named Jessence. Okay, I really like that one. This game is so good for, like, unusual names and slightly strange names and, oh, wonderful. But a child has been born named Jessence. I wonder where Jessence is. Jessence! Who knows? Who knows indeed? Ah, there's Jessence, living with Leanne Marie. Okay. So, things seem stable. Things seem okay. This is under construction. We've got both of our builders working in that. The labourers, I believe, are doing some bits and pieces, clearing up some of this stash of iron and logs over here. They could probably do with another stockpile to put it in, couldn't they? As this one is full. How about we make a fairly reasonable sized stockpile down this side? Something like that. That seems like a sensible plan. The space probably wouldn't have been used for much else anyway. It's not exactly a great sized space. And it will massively reduce the amount of time they've got to spend running around. So yeah, seems like a plan to me. Get that underway. And yeah. Right, how are things going down in the south? We've got the Forester's Lodge, which seems to be working quite nicely down here. They've got lots of little tiny trees beginning to get planted, so hopefully that will help us in the long run, because... yeah, trees. Just trees. Need I say more, other than just trees? Food is looking a little bit lower than I have seen it before. It was at a nice sort of 2,500 before, and it seems to have dropped a little bit, so probably something to consider is unpausing this here fishing dock and getting a few more fishermen out there, just to try and nudge that back up. Oh, another labourer has been born. Well, you know, we've got 7 labourers. Maybe we just max out our gatherers and see if that helps. And then we are kind of maxed out on our capacity to gather food at that point. But hopefully that'll help take some of the edge off. I really don't want to get too low on food. Oh, look at this, guys! We're almost there, we're up to like 72%. We've got a couple of our chaps doing the old hit it with a hammer, run at it with a saw. That's how we build our buildings. and they wander around the outside, only seeming to work on 2 or 3 of the corners. This side doesn't need work. It just magically goes up without anyone ever touching that side. It's a very, very resourceful building, you see. Most smart. Oh, and now I've got someone else come to do it. Someone who appears to have a very nice green skirt on. Marvellous. 87% complete. Getting there, getting there. A child named Deanne has been born. Marvellous. 90%. Oh, come on. It would be so nice to get a tailor in. I'm not even really sure what the tailor requires to build their clothes from. Or if we've even got it. So, you know, let's get it in. Let's have a look. Right. Here we go. Hide coat from leather. Wool coat from wool. Or a warm coat from leather and wool. Right. We've got a bit of leather, actually. Obviously, we've got no wool, but we have got a bit of leather. So I vote, let's assign one of the labourers into being a tailor and see what they can do. I mean, probably not a huge amount, because we don't have a huge amount of leather, and we've only got the one hunting cabin over here, which is what I assume, yeah, is producing the leather, but they might be able to do something. Otherwise, we could really do with getting some sheep, couldn't we? And you know how we get sheep? Yes, I do. I don't know if you do, but I do. What we need to do is build ourselves a trading post and then have a very lucky occurrence of a chap coming in with some sheep and buying them off him. That's basically the gist. So maybe we should look into that too. Oh, I don't want to jump ahead of myself and build everything all in one go, but I want some sheep. Okay, trading post, 82, 80 and 40. It is very resource intensive. That is my big concern with it. We could sort of stick it around here somewhere maybe. It would fit quite nicely there. And then it's still fairly close to town. I'd love to have it up sort of by our marketplace, but that is just a rubbish place to put it, isn't it? That's such a tiny, tiny little bit of water. I'm sure nothing would ever come in. Whereas there's a bit of a better source of water. To be honest, putting it down here is actually quite a good spot. It's got access to the big lake and it's on the main river running straight through the place. So yeah, stuff it. It's going there. I don't want it to be too high priority. I'd rather get all the other bits and pieces sorted first. So let's make sure that occurs. Let's prioritise this, for example. Otherwise, I can just see it now. All the builders will just jump straight off and go straight over to working on this, and we won't get anything decent built for ages. Which would just be our luck, wouldn't it? Not something I really want to occur. Not when we're this close to having the fishing dock done, and we've got all these handy 7 labourers. Although after this, I've noticed that the food is actually creeping back up quite nicely. We'll stick a couple more fishermen down anyway. Yeah, they can gradually and slowly work on that trading post, if and when they have the chance. How about that? Because, yeah, again, these houses are actually ready to be produced. I'd rather get them done, as the labourers have done their job. They've brought the stone, they've brought the logs, than I would get the trading post done. Because it's going to take us ages to get the amount of logs just in the game itself to get the trading post built, let alone getting our labourers to actually drag them all down there. I'm going to start hacking out some of these resources. That would be a good idea. Try and get some more trees from wherever we possibly can. Trees for days, trees for days. But yeah, I would like these complete. So if you would be so kind, lovely builder chaps, come and do these for me. Yep, the reserve of logs is low. Oh, another adult has become a labourer. Ah, we're beginning to get children up here. Michelle and Adine. Lovely. Some of our original chaps are beginning to get a little bit more aged. We've got 42, 43. Not so old for today's times, but for Banished times, they are getting a little bit old. Ada Lupe is ready to move out. Dina's 9. Still got Webb still in there. Oh, Landon there. Oh, and Thel in there. So yeah, there's still a fair few people to move out. But look at that. A couple more houses. Right, Nest and Drusilla have moved in there. And Ferric and Merica have moved in there. Feral and Merica even. So yeah, maybe we need even more houses, as yeah, we've still got 10-year-olds knocking around who could feasibly go out and have a nice little house. So tell you what, we'll plonk the houses in, but we'll pause these two and only let them work on the one of them. But we'll put, oh, no, what have I done? Remove structures. Do not build a wonky road. Oh gosh, have I built a wonky road? I think I have. Remove roads. Ah, there we go. Phew, that could have been such a disaster. We could have had a wonky road. Life priorities, eh? Life priorities. Nobody wants a wonky road. Right, the other thing I would like to do is that now we're getting quite a few houses up here. Probably do need a well. Just as well, we're building a well. It just seems like the sort of thing that I'm going to forget to build, and if I forget to build it, everything's going to burn down and go to shit. So yeah, probably not a bad idea to stick one in. Anywho, things are looking reasonable down here. Oh my gosh, they have already gathered 70 of those logs, you know. Okay, maybe I was panicking a little bit about the number of logs, and maybe I didn't quite need to do that. Oh, who'd have thunk it? Right, Dina's now an adult. Our population's looking quite good, you know. 36, 17. We are making progress. I'm going to ask them to go and nabble a few more of these trees just to get everything sort of eased off. Onwards, onwards. Right, how are we doing for this one? Not much progress at all, really. I think everyone is now focusing down on this, aren't they? But we are very, very close. 78 of 82. They only need like 4 more logs. And frankly, we've got plenty of iron knocking around, which they can have. Only 2 stone and, 0 stone in storage though. So yeah, maybe we should be holding back on some of these missions to build big adventurous things. Maybe I should assign some more of this here stone and this here iron to be liberated. Probably not a bad idea. And since all this area is in fact a forest area, it should be used for trees anyway, so never fear, that stuff would be done anywho. Oh, the blacksmith's doing well. And look at this! This is a big haul, isn't it? Plenty of children being born. Huberty, lovely. I don't know where the other children were born, but yeah. Darrylee? Huh, reminds me of Darrylee. Yum, cheese. My gosh, I love cheese. And now I'm thinking about cheese. Well done, me. Well done. You have 4 children born, and your first thought is cheese. Anywho, before things get weirder than I've already made them, let's take a look at our progress down here. Have we done it? Have we done it? It would be rather nice to get this up and completed this episode, wouldn't it? I mean, come in. We've already got, the tailor built, which was our main goal for this episode. And then we've got the, God, words are failing me. The trading post almost entirely complete. Renity has become an adult. Oh, we are getting a good push there for adults. More and more labourers. We're up to 10. I mean, I'm not even sure there's anything else we should be sticking them on at this point. Not until we've built some more. So yeah, let's stick a couple more on building. That sounds like a good plan to me. See if they can't help out. Maybe they can come work on getting these houses done while they're working down here. Or they could just all work down here, whatever floats their boat. 1 more stone, and yes, now we are underway and building has started. Good, good, good. Okay, well maybe we'll get trading done. I do think something that's quite needed is another hunting lodge if we are going to continue to be making clothes out of leather. So maybe we should stick that in too. A hunting cabin. This is quite a nice area really to be putting a few bits and pieces in. A hunting cabin. We could stick in another forester, you know, never have too many trees. Roughly there. We'll let that one get built. And then how about we plan That's a woodcutter. That's not a forester. That's a forester. We plan. Right, where is the edge? Where is the edge? Right there. We plan for a forester's lodge, but pause a forester's lodge. And now we can always see where it is, because we've got that handy big pause sign. And we've sort of got a bit of a radius that we know not to go steal all of the stuff from. Good plan, good plan. Right. Get ourselves a nice little road in. Everyone loves a road. Okay, the road needs to be that long, and we need it to connect from there to there. I'm not that keen on that. That's a really oddly shaped road. Can I make it a bit more pleasing to the eye? How about that? And then just continue it. Oh, it's not going to let me, is it? Oh, how upsetting. How upsetting indeed. Okay, well I guess it's like that then. And we'll just have to hope for the best. How upsetting. Oh, look at this! Even more labourers! We're back up to 10 again! Okay, well, if we're back up to 10 again, then yeah! Unplug another of these houses. Oh gosh! And all that time I was fannying around over there, the trading post has been built. Well, in that case, some of these 10 labourers, where have we got it? Where have we got it? Trader! Let's stick a couple of you down here to work as a trader. So, the trading post is an interesting sort of thing, really. We need to decide what we're willing to sell and what we're going to buy. I think something that I'm happy to sell, why don't we stick in here, I don't know, 40 herbs? We seem to be pretty good at gathering those. And we could always assign another herbalist if needed. See what they trade for. What else have we got plenty of? Not much at all, really. We don't have much logs, or firewood, or anything, really. We're not too badly off for tools. Could we sell a few tools? Maybe we'll stick like 10 tools in there. Not too many, but a few. Just enough to, you know, keep on top of things. Interesting. And we'll just see what happens, really. See what they bring us. Hopefully they bring us something nice. Okay. So yeah, I think that's going to be a slightly longer term goal. And ooh, things are happening fast now. Fast, fast, fast. Maybe I should turn it down a little bit. I'm on 5 times speed. That doesn't even seem that quick. Anyway, got another house here, another house here. People are moving out. Let's do another quick look round. Check how many people we have got who really should have moved out. We've got a 12-year-old. There's a 9, a 10, a 16. Yep, an 11, a 15. Okay, so there's quite a few people that should have moved out. So not only do we need this house built, but we probably need another 1 or 2 more than that. So let's get ourselves a few houses scheduled in there to be built and see what's going on. The hunting lodge is making some progress. Well, it's not making some progress, but it has got people assigned to make progress on it. So that kind of counts. That's what we're taking. And yeah, this is the thing I was worried about. The tailor's just run out of leather. He's used all of the leather that we had available, so isn't actually going to be making any clothes at this point. So either we need to get ourselves some leather shipped in, or we need a more reliable source of leather or wool, or both really. That would be most ideal. So yeah, getting some sheep would be most wonderful. Okay, let's have a look. We're doing great for iron, but rubbish for stone, not great for logs, and truly terrible for firewood. Oh my gosh, I've only just noticed quite how bad that is. I think it's about time. Oh yeah, now you tell me reserve of firewood's low. Thanks, game. I think we need some more firewood being produced. Spinny spin. Let's stick that there, and let's already assign ourselves another woodcutter, just so we don't forget. And this, to be honest, should be a priority. Priority! Because if we don't get this sorted, everyone's going to get really cold and really grumpy, and everything's going to go badly. So yeah, let's get that sorted. Especially if people don't have the best clothing, which, I mean, we've got 30 clothes, but that still doesn't feel like a lot. It just doesn't. Anyone gonna come and do some bits and pieces here? Please? I imagine that lack of stone isn't really helping us much, is it? Let's see. We've got plenty of stones over here. Have these been assigned to be liberated? No. Well, now they have. Steal all the stones. Okay. Another house. Oh, Websterlin got a place. Hey, Websterlin. Gosh, these guys are becoming adults so quickly. And 18 children. Oh my gosh, our population is increasing, and oh my days. I've just seen our food, which is on 500. We're whacking in another couple of fishermen. Immediately. Immediately. Yeah. Again. It's like it waits until I spot it and then tells me the reserve of food is low. I'm now panicking about that. Okay. Well, we do have this hunting lodge down here being built. So 3 people working on that. If we can get this built too, then that would be another 3 jobs. Everything else is maxed out, isn't it? Gatherers, hunters, fishermen's. Yeah, all the other ones are kind of maxed out. Well, let's just have to hope for the best, eh? Hope for the best. Why are they working on this? I'm going to pause this one. And pause... Well, this one's basically done. It just needs the hammer and axe, but that one still needs stone. So I'm going to pause that one. This now just needs the hammer and axe building part, and see if we can't get them to focus on something else, like building the hunting cabin, which would provide them enough food to survive this here winter, which is really what is required. Stone. Lots of stone over here. Come, come, gather the stone. It's good for you! Or even if it's not good for you, it's most definitely good for production of resources, which is good for you. Okay, oh my god, we are down to 74 food. I am legitimately terrified. Okay, well, the woodcutter is almost done, and that is on 4 firewood, so that's terrifying. At least he can now go get to work. I may have overexpanded a little quickly. Guys, you're going to have to live with your parents a little bit longer. I know you're old enough and ugly enough to come work and live on your own, but I'm afraid I just can't allow it. I need to increase the food supplies first. Right, getting to work on this here hunting cabin. Stop having kids. I spy you, Felector. 52% complete on the hunting cabin. That is progress, and then we're immediately going to whack 3 of our folks to go work on that. What else can we do to help with food? We could put another fisherman up here somewhere, maybe one around this area. Let's have a little look-see, see what looks reasonable. Right. Something like that, perhaps? That's a pretty good fishing radius. Yeah, let's do it. Let's stick one in there, and we can hopefully get some more food off that too. Oh, spin us back round a little bit. Okay. There is someone working there. Stop giving me a question mark. Core, I don't know. And there is 88 logs in storage, so you've got plenty that you can go chop. Chop, choppity chop. You might have to walk a little way to collect them, but they're allegedly around somewhere. Where are they? Oh, there's plenty down here, actually. 79 of them. Yeah, so they're basically all down here. So you better get running. Are all the bits in here? Yes, we have managed to transfer the whole 50 items that I'm willing to transfer into that. Marvellous. It's all getting a bit stressful now, isn't it? Things are progressing, however. So, our hunting cabin is on the buildy build bit, which is good, which is very, very, very good. Come on, guys, priorities. 57% complete. Oh, a new adult. Come on, come on. 58. Once this is done, that's even more food. Someone started removing some trees, ready for that. That's always good. Probably do with putting in a road to access this. That would probably help, wouldn't it? Right, where's the end? There's the end. And from there... I mean, you might as well just go straight up, mightn't you? Slightly odd shape, but we will do it. Probably wouldn't be the worst idea to just do one nicely straight across there, either. Okay, 81% complete. Another Milliard is now an adult as well. Come on, come on. Let's preemptively assign another 3 to hunting. 88% complete. Stephen, the child, has been born. Marvellous. At least he's nice and close. He's going to be one of the chaps I've assigned to be a hunter who isn't actually yet a hunter. Oh, sorry, she is. Renity. Lovely. Come on, guys. 90%, 91%. 93%. More children. And Anne has been born. Well, at least we're up to 45 or so firewood, and we are now in summer, which is probably the nicest part of the year. So therefore the safest part, and yes, our hunting cabin has been complete. 237 food is still pretty awful, but at least now we have 3 more hunters. So that should help us with both gathering food and getting our hands on some more leather. Right, next priority. Come build us a new fisherman's lodge. And maybe, just maybe, we will have averted the crisis of having no food. I say maybe. We can hope, can't we? Probably a good idea to put in a new storage barn in this area, to be fair, because both of these guys are going to want to put their produce somewhere, and it'd be much quicker for them if we were to put one there than it would be if they had to run all the way back to the nearest one, which is like there. Not close in the slightest. So yeah, we'll stick that one in there. This lovely house has been built. I'm going to hold off building any more, even though I know there's plenty of people that are ready to move into them, until we've got these bits sorted. I don't want our population boosting too much, and we are currently sporting 21 children. So that is quite a number. Be better for us to get this here fishing dock sorted first. In better news though, our stone supplies are back up to 50, so we are making progress in terms of storing ourselves a few more bits and pieces. New adult has become a labourer. I noticed nobody's really come to the trading post yet. Hello, anybody bring me some sheep? I would really like some sheep. Not sure that that's the best way to get to traders, but I'm going to give it a try. Tell you what, we could get into farming soon as well. Farming might be something good to get underway. Maybe we could stick a field in up here or something. Oh, Audius the child, and our food is low. Shock horror. Am I surprised? No, not really. Oh, tell you what, yeah, maybe we build a nice road up here and across with a nice bridge into this area and chop down all of these trees and just turn it into some big fields. And then that also gives us plenty of resources to nick. Let's do it. Stuff it. We always need the trees, so yeah. It can be a long-term goal to do the actual building. Oh, a merchant! Our first merchant, guys! This is so exciting! Okay. Casiella, the good general goods merchant. Hello, my lovely general goods merchant. You've got wool, steel tools, cherries and herbs. Okay, well, we are still struggling for food, so how about we buy some cherries? Because they're nice and cheap, and we can get like 200 of those for 50 of these. Well, we don't actually have 50. Okay. Yeah, we could get 160 cherry for our 40 herbs. That's got to be a pretty good trade, right? What about if we threw in our tools as well? We could then get 240. Okay, well, I'm not going to say no to 240 extra pieces of food because we really need them. And lovely, now that has happened, I guess we just let them go on their merry way. Ah, well, I'm pleased to see that our trading post actually works. That is rather nice. And even with that, we're still getting the ping saying we've got no food, but at least it's back up to 300. It's slightly better than it was before we went and bought a load of cherries. I really like cherries too. Cherry cheesecake. Oh, that'd be the dream, wouldn't it? Can you tell I'm a little hungry? Don't know why, I'm not even recording this at dinner time. This is a perfectly sensible point in the day, and not one that I should be constantly thinking about food. Anyway, we've got our fishing dock built, so I'm going to whack another 4 labourers into that. 12 fishermen. Get yourselves going. And then we've not got too much underway being built. Currently the big focus is this here storage barn, and everything else is paused. So that is good. Are we making any dents up here? I think we are. Look, little folks running, getting that sorted. Marvellous. Steal some of those trees. We are still a bit on the low side on firewood, so yes, I really could do with it if you stole plenty of those trees, to be honest. Plenty, plenty, plenty. And we are once again out of leather, so yeah. Not the most ideal situation to be in when it comes to producing plenty of clothes to keep us warm. However, needs must. Still low on food, still. I'm trying, game, I'm trying. What else can we do to increase our food supply? I mean, we could just start on this farming project that I was talking about. Maybe that is the way to go. Well, in order to do that, I want a nice road up here. And then a nice road across here. And then a bridge at this level, straight across. So, something like that. And then we will link the bridge and the road up. Something just like that. And then we can have some nice big sort of square farms coming straight off here. Bring the road all the way across. Okay. Well, we'll let people begin to get that underway. I genuinely don't want to give them too much work at this point. Not while we are so critically low on food. Even with the extra 4 fishermen. Given them 4 more fishermen, and I've given them extra hunters. Are you guys making food? Yeah. Not much, but some. 77 fish. I mean, they're trying. They're trying. Okay. Well, we've just got to hope that things improve as the season goes on then, I guess. The thing with farming is it's going to do absolutely nothing for us in winter, so there's not really much point in us starting on it until summer, is there? It's very much a seasonal entity. Oh, there's also a limit on how large you can make them, so it looks like the limit is 15. I assume in both directions, yeah. Couldn't have 16 by 16, but you could have 15 by 15, so if that's the limit, I guess you just do that, don't you? Leave a nice gap down the side for us to send a road up, should we so require one. Ugh, that's horrible. Okay, we're not going to build that. I was hoping for a nice straight road here and I could build more farms off the back, but ugh. Don't want all that garbledy-gook. I do think it's worth us putting in a nice storage area in this location, just to get some of these resources that they're gathering stored more quickly. More adults are growing up, so that's nice, and these guys are cold because we've not got enough wood being produced by the woodcutter. What's causing you so many issues? I'm not sure, to be honest, because we do have logs. Maybe it's the fact that the logs are stored really far away, and the fact that you've not really got any stockpile space immediately close to your house. You have to leg it over to this one, because this one's full of iron, apparently. I mean, one thing that would fix that is the market. If we had the market, we could set up some traders to just run around and bring bits and pieces back and forth. But then I'm kind of scared to put such a big building project underway when we're so low on food. It's all a bit of a catch-22 right now. Well, nearly got ourselves a crop field, and as soon as we've got this crop field, we'll put a couple of people into farming. See if that will help us come next season. Oh, it's getting tense, guys. It's getting tense. This is what happens when you dramatically overexpand. And yet, I'm still so prone to do it. Well, we've learnt our lesson. No more houses for a while. Right, is someone going to come along and remove the last thing obstructing this here farm? Is it you? Is it you? Yes, it is. Right, crop field. We can have either pumpkins or cabbages. Well, how about we set you to cabbage, and you require some farmers. We'll stick 4 in, and late winter, Oh, you never know. What about if I could get another nice matching crop field next to it, 15 by 15, and grow some pumpkins? And then that would be rather good, wouldn't it? Thinking, we are definitely going to want some storage over here though. That is something that would be silly to forget, as everyone's going to want to store those cabbages somewhere when they eventually grow. We're now into early spring, so I imagine we're going to get someone coming along and sowing the field? I hope we are. How far does this market price spread when we eventually build it? It spreads that far, so we could even build a couple of little houses up here when I decide that we're allowed to build houses again. And it would be somewhere a bit closer for the people to build. Farmers to live. Oh, we could even build stone houses. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Right, what if we did that and then got rid of that because strange location. We put that and then we put that and then we stick pause on all of them because these are going to be for when A, we're allowed to build houses when we've got the food a little bit better, and B, they're going to be stone houses. They're going to be all new and exciting and exotic. We haven't yet built any stone houses, but stone houses are genuinely much better in terms of heating. They require less of the old choppy wood. It is quite handy. Look at this! Sowing is underway. I'm not sure we're going to get much of a yield off this one this season because it is still a little bit behind, but our food has crept up. It has crept up. Interesting. Very interesting. And our storage barn is being worked on. So yeah, lovely. Well folks, I think we'll leave it there for today. I'm really happy with our progress. We've done some trading. We sorted out the clothing industry that I wanted to do almost straight away, and now we've begun some farming. If only we could get hold of some sheep. Maybe that's something to look for next time. Well, until then folks, thank you so much for joining me. If you want to leave a like on the video or subscribe to the channel to keep up to date, that would be absolutely magnificent. Thank you, and goodbye!